Hello, 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 and welcome to Apex to Oval. I'm your host, Alex. That's my host, Jack. And this week we are going to be talking about some F1, some NASCAR, some IMSA, some WEC, some MotoGP. Before we start, please give us a 5-star review, subscribe, like, and share if you enjoy the show. Also, I had a NASCAR article and a figure skating article come out earlier this week, both on Tuesday. So check that out. Link will be in the description. And yeah, let's get right into it. I guess we're going to be starting with F1 like we normally do. As Mercedes revealed their reverse Bibble race suits. Jack, do you know who Bibble is?
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Look up Bibble while I'm talking about this.
Okay.
If you know Bibble from Barbie, you would know that he is a cyan and a purple, or pink, however you want to look at it. And these race suits are the reverse. They are majority purple, a little bit of cyan. And that's what Bibble is. So the reverse Bibble race suits. Here's a photo of the race suits. Here's a photo of Bibble side by side. I'm making myself do extra work this week, but it's for a good reason. Do these race suits do or do not look like Bibble, Jack?
Oh, they do. And also, I would like to clarify. That I knew what Bibble was. I just wanted you to try to explain him because
I'll explain him. So he is a wondrous little guy in one of the Barbie movies, and he's like a little fur ball that like flies around, and yeah, he actually, you know what's funny? Shortly after making the Bibble TikTok that I made, which got a decent amount of views for myself on Reels, it actually got over 100 likes, which is pretty cool because my views suck and my likes suck on Instagram every single time. So that's pretty cool that it did that. But shortly after, I went on a TikTok like today, and I saw some guy singing. Shoot, what was it called? Hold up. I'm gonna go find this, and I'm gonna also link this TikTok in the description. This is the funniest thing I've ever seen in my freaking life. It was some guy like singing like Bibble, like he was singing as Bibble, and it was like legit, like it's a Justin Bieber song.
I was gonna say there's some good Bibble covers on TikTok.
It was a Justin Bieber song, and I'm trying to. It's like I know what.
While you're finding it, I guess for the real context is this is part of a partnership activation with a new, which it's not Barbie and it's not related to Barbie. They're like a digital financial services platform, like a fintech company, and they are purple. But
yeah,
I think Bibble is cooler than.
I think Bibble's also cooler than new. It was Beauty and the Beat. It was a Bibble
of course it
cover
was.
of Beauty and the Beat by Justin Bieber.
Not gonna lie, I think Justin Bieber played everyone. You saw the stuff about his performance where he like kicked back into what? No.
Oh.
He was like singing it like lower octave, nonchalant, and then just kind of kicked back into gear, went higher again, and like people went crazy. And suddenly that song's everywhere again now after that performance.
I love it.
People that were like, he got his spark back.
Listen, I love it though.
Fiddle.
I love it though. It's so like his old voice is a lot better than his new voice.
I'm not complaining. I just think it's funny.
You can't tell me that's
perfectly.
not wrong. His new voice is terrible compared to his old voice. We need to bring back the Bieber fever times.
Alex is taking an official stance against puberty.
Listen, all I'm saying is the old voice is better. Anyway, speaking of the old voice, we have someone's new voice that isn't as good as their old voice. And by that, I mean their new livery for the Miami GP is not as good as their previous GP livery. So there are two livery reveals, two of them.
You mean versus Japan, not their normal one?
No, I mean versus... No, I'm not talking about Cadillac. I'm talking about Racing Bulls. Both Cadillac and Racing Bulls came out
That's
with
exactly
liveries.
what I thought you were talking about. What are you talking about?
No, I
Like-
hate the Racing Bulls livery.
What?
I hate it. Why
No.
is it? I hate it. I don't like it. I actually
No.
despise it. Actually, yeah. Here's a photo of the Visa Cash App RB Racing Bulls Racing Red Bull Racing. Fuck whatever.
Everybody, we have
livery.
a yellow car back on the grid. Celebrate, rejoice. We've needed this for so long.
I would rather the Renault. Bring back the Renault.
Okay, fine. I don't disagree, but still, this
Bring
is
back
like
the Renault.
this is just the same as their livery, but yellow, and it's to celebrate
like
the new
the-
summer
I
edition flavor.
I don't like the yellow. I'm
Which-
not gonna lie. I don't like the yellow.
Might I say, I am not much of a Red Bull fan, but their summer flavor is actually pretty good. I got some free samples of it during the draft.
So you're telling me that Red Bull doesn't actually taste like piss?
Well, this one tastes like lime flavored piss.
Oh, I'm gonna go try that. Actually, I don't think I can. I think I'd actually like die.
Well, fortunately, the little samples that they give out are like mini cans where they only have
Oh.
like 80 milligrams of caffeine or something.
That's
There.
still way too much. That's still too much.
I don't know, man. There's
I
more in a
can't-
bottle
I
of Mountain
can't.
Dew, and I drink 2 of those some days. So
Listen, a Baja Blast Mountain Dew.
hey, you know that Mountain Dew has more caffeine than most other sodas.
Listen, we don't
right?
talk about that. I
Okay.
pick and choose. I pick and choose. I pick and choose what I drink. And Mountain
Bro is
Dew,
not
Baja Blast.
picking summer edition Red Bull.
No,
We've learned this much.
I'd rather a Monster. Shout out Sebastian Vettel for that line. But like flipped. He's like, I'd rather have a Red Bull. I'd rather have a Monster. You know, you get all right. Anyway,
So why
here's
don't
the
you like
Cadillac.
this? Oh, okay.
Oh well, first off, here's the Cadillac livery. I don't like the Visa Cash App RB Racing Bulls Red Bull Racing livery because I don't like the yellow color. I think it looks like piss.
What?
I think it looks like piss.
Nah,
I
needed
don't-
some yellow. We've needed some yellow.
Listen, Renault yellow, yes. This, no. Why is it? Why does it look like that? I don't know. Maybe it's not me. It's just not my vibe. I don't know. I like their normal. I like what they did last year too, and the year before that. I liked it, but like this year, I don't really like it as much.
And you know my stance on ones like the Cadillac one, where I want color. I want something that's going to pop on track and look good.
I'm
I
not
didn't
gonna
like
lie.
the normal Cadillac livery, and I really don't like this special one because it's just
the
so
special
boring.
one. The special one has color.
Yeah, what on the back of the wing that says USA? Oh, America 250.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Oh God, no. No.
Um,
No, not that.
Although, if you want to talk about some yellow that I actually do hate, and it's a shame because it's like for Renault, but
If
Alpine
you say
added like a yellow stripe for this race that they're probably keeping moving forward. It's not like a special livery, but it's just a yellow stripe towards the back of the car, and it's just so out of place with the pink and the blue. It just doesn't work.
ew. Why would they do that?
I think it's for sponsor requirements, but
Nah, screw that. That's gross.
yeah, it's actually disgusting. And like, just go back to being yellow. Just be Renault. I don't know.
If you're gonna do that, yeah, go back to the blue and yellow Renault from like the 2005-2006 seasons. Actually, though, bring that back, please, because like the Alpine liveries never do justice to the pink, and I really want that Renault 2005-2006 back.
The people yearn for yellow on the grid.
You know how like the children yearn for the mines, which is why they play Minecraft? I yearn for the 2005 and 2006 Renault liveries.
Okay, Jack Black from the Minecraft movie. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think everyone does somewhere deep down in their heart.
Yeah. It's just a beautiful. That's 2005. And then prime Fernando Alonso. Oh, dude. Anyway, I was 2 years old when that came out, so. Also, speaking of the Miami GP, it could be canceled.
Oh boy.
There are plans for a thunder. Well, they're not plans, but there might be a thunderstorm on Sunday. There would be a thunderstorm on Sunday, and if there's a thunderstorm, you legally like can't hold events outside, like major outdoor events, according to U.S. law. So they would have to cancel the GP, and then we wouldn't have another race for like another month.
Well, it's the same deal with thunderstorms as any other sporting event and any other racing event. Even in other countries, is if it's thunderstorming, you're in big metal boxes. That's not particularly safe. And you postpone for some set amount of time until you don't see any more lightning in the radius, right? It's like 30 minutes. And yeah, shocker. If you're holding a race in Florida, especially southern Florida, in the springtime, it might rain. This is a possibility.
Now, if it just rains, race will still go on. Hopefully, they'll finally use the wet tires for something other than just show.
But this is Florida.
But this is Florida.
When it rains.
So it's probably going to thunderstorm if it does rain.
I did love the phrasing of there's planned to be a thunderstorm. There's someone just plotting. They're like going up cloud seeding. They're like, I don't want F1.
Because, like, what is the next race after that? Canada? Listen. That is my favorite. That is my third favorite track in the world.
Oh, that's it. I'm going to plan a thunderstorm.
Good.
Not happening.
Actually, I'm actually so excited for the Canadian GP. That is actually, like, legit my third favorite track in the world, and it's the second favorite in North America.
What's your favorite in North America?
Lime Rock.
Ah.
Obvious reasons, but Lime Rock.
For some reason, I was thinking F1 tracks, and I was like...
No, Canada's my favorite F1 track. I think NASCAR should race there, too, but...
I don't disagree.
I think NASCAR racing there would be pretty sick. Anyway, predictions for the Miami GP. If they do go on, I have Sir Posh George Russell.
Sir
Posh. He's not technically a sir, but he's posh enough where he could probably get away with it.
Okay. You know what? I like it. And I guess we're each switching sides this time around after the long break to think about our choices, our allegiances, all of that.
Yep.
Alex has disavowed Ferrari entirely. He's a Mercedes fanboy again.
Whoa.
And on the flip side, I can go grab my little Lego
that.
Ferrari, and I'm picking Charles Leclerc for the Miami Grand Prix this weekend.
Whoa. That's a great pick. Love the pick, although he is in a Ferrari. I like Ferrari. Listen, Ferrari, great team.
Hear me out. You're not allowed to be right, and therefore Charles is going to win.
Listen, I have been screwed on my picks for both NASCAR and F1 this year.
And by screwed, you mean you were wrong, you suck, I am the best.
Yes. When last year, I was so good at the picks.
We don't talk about last year. Last year didn't happen.
Last year, dude, the picks have flipped to 180 this year. Like, last year, I was kicking Jack's ass in F1 and NASCAR picks. And now this year, I'm getting my ass kicked by Jack.
It was brutal last year. It was really brutal.
Dude, it was bad. It was like every week I got at least 2 right. And you got none. It was great. And now I'm living life in hell right now because I haven't gotten any right.
Now you know what it's like.
Now I know what it's like. But you know what's not hell? Do you know?
No, actually.
All right. Good to know. Dynasty Spurlock. A black
Dystany
woman,
right?
or Dystany Spurlock, black woman race car driver, will be making her debut in the NASCAR National Series at Watkins, Glen. And she will become the first black woman to race in a major NASCAR National Series event at Watkins, Glen next week. I love this. I actually really like this. Well, I want to know your thoughts, but I am very happy with this.
It's about time. And the last time that it felt like we were getting close to something like this happening, it was kind of an elaborate scam. So it's good for NASCAR to hopefully be able to put all that behind them. And she is talented. Like I know, um, she finished what 10th, but she really had a stronger performance, and even that would show at Kansas. But in
That was
general, she's she belongs in ARCA. Like she has shown that she belongs in ARCA. Comes from other racing disciplines and both deserves the shot and is not going to embarrass herself, which I think is a thought that angers a lot of people.
Yeah, I think this is. We're going to be talking about this another woman later on, but this is kind of the opposite of Natalie Decker.
Hey, Natalie Decker is so far from the worst example. It's just her career is gone at this point. She races like once every now and then.
And when she does, shit goes down. At least this point in her career.
At this point, yes, I was going to say she was just a legitimate every week driver.
At this point in the career, every time Natalie Decker races, shit goes down. Somehow, something happens that just isn't a good look. But she was a regular driver, right? Was she trucks or was it?
Yeah.
Truck, yeah. Who would you say is the worst example? At least like.
Well, Danica Patrick was high profile, but obviously she belonged in the Cup Series. She just has since then given everybody good reason to hate her, mostly by being really not a good person and kind of an anti-advocate of women in motorsports. Yep. But you have a lot of examples like, what was her name? When I talk about the last time I felt like we were close to this happening was Tia Norfleet, like a decade plus ago, was making like national headlines as like, oh, a black woman NASCAR driver. And she just was not. Like she could have raced in some regional series, I think, but like that was it. And it grabbed all the headlines, and that obviously becomes like, because it was fake, it gets blown up for all the wrong reasons and only sets things further backwards. And I think that you have enough examples like that. Like there have been a couple other cases of, you know, not white men trying to drive in NASCAR that have blown up in such a way that it almost increases the barriers.
Yeah.
Where someone like Natalie Decker, who kept it clean, was a decent full-time racer for a while, is definitely not a detriment to the series. I mean, I'm just happy having her over the Chris Wrights of the world, right?
To be fair, yeah, or what's his name? I forgot his name. His name just fuck. I don't know. I forget his name. Never mind. You know what? Scratch that.
I mean, you could probably just go to the Truck Series standings and just scroll down and find someone.
Yeah. But good for Spurlock to be racing in the National Series. That'll be fun. I'm excited. Also, we've seen a lot of more, black drivers racing in NASCAR as of late, too. Bubba, LeVar Scott, Roger Carruth, Spurlock. There's more and more. I like it. I very much like it. I think there needs to be more. I don't want to say representation because that's not the right word, but I feel like white men aren't the only people that can drive cars.
Yeah, it's just I don't want to say that this is old news, but it's like we're only now seeing the product of changes that were happening many years ago. Because it takes a long time. Like these people have been racing for their whole lives. Like I know, in elementary school, kids are already in like karting and trying to develop as karting drivers. And it just goes on from there, where there are changes that NASCAR made historically. Like you have a lot of alums of the Drive for Diversity program that are now Cup Series drivers, whether that's your Larson or your Bubba or Daniel Suarez or any number of other people that were, from minority backgrounds that were encouraged to join. But on a broader scale, a lot of those efforts are only paying off a decade plus down the road, right? When people are finally aging up, so that you have people hitting ARCA, hitting these other series, or jumping over from other series, but having gone up through those pipelines elsewhere when they may not have had the opportunity to have, 30 years ago.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited for what's next. Also, something I'm not excited about, Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith. For people who don't know who that is, he's
Turn on
a
ESPN.
talking head. Turn on ESPN. He's on all the time. He doesn't know what he's talking about in any capacity, any sport. He's never played sports outside of high school. Like, he doesn't have any experience in any sport, I believe. Or did he play college?
Actually, no. I take issue with the fact that him not playing sports disqualifies him from talking about them. I think some of the best sports analysts haven't played.
True.
But it doesn't change the fact that he doesn't know what he's talking about, because, frankly,
Yeah.
he doesn't have the time to.
Yeah. He talks about, like, every sport under the sun that's not niche. And he disses the sports that are niche at any chance he gets. He made a career off... Pretty much, he made a career off of making fun of pro... Yeah, well, also making fun of pro sports players.
But yeah, I mean, he's a professional talking head. He's someone that, really made a name for himself on, like, First Take, arguing with Skip Bayless, right? And ESPN pays him a ton of money and puts him on, 12 different programs where he spends all day talking about sports that he doesn't have any time to actually watch. And this is definitely true. Like, if he can't even watch basketball to know what he's talking about there, when he talks about basketball a lot, you think he's going to watch a second of NASCAR?
No, and he says he hasn't. He said he doesn't watch NASCAR. He doesn't watch like, he said it in his thing. And it's like, pretty much, for people who don't know, he said that NASCAR drivers aren't athletes. And it's like, they are. They are. Race car drivers are still athletes.
They're athletes in the same way that any endurance sport is an athlete at a bare minimum, because their health data, like, a lot of drivers wear trackers, and that data they make publicly visible to see, like, where their heart rate is, how much weight they're losing each race, all of that from just being in the car. Not to mention all of the skill that then goes into operating the car, the reaction time, any of that.
Yeah. He also called Denny Hamilton, mixing up Denny Hamlin and Lewis Hamilton, to prove that he has no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Would Denny Hamilton be the greatest racer of all time?
Yes. Yes. Plain and simple, yes. Yes. Like think of, like, goats. Like, think of, like, Dale Sr., Jimmy Johnson, Richard Petty, Michael Schumacher. Those four, combine them, that's Denny Hamilton.
I don't disagree.
Literally would win the championship every year.
Yeah, in every series.
In any series. Doesn't matter if it's NASCAR, F1, MotoGP, WEC, IMSA, WRC. Doesn't matter. It doesn't even motocross doesn't matter.
Red Bull soapbox racing.
The Red Bull plane. You know the Red Bull freaking plane competition they have, where, like, you make your own, like, gliders and you try to, like, go the farthest. Yeah, Denny Hamilton would still kick ass.
Oh yeah.
Even sailboat racing, Denny Hamilton would kick ass.
Anyway, speaking of ESPN, you wanna?
Yeah. Speaking of ESPN, the O'Reilly Autoport series is not only on the CW but also on ESPN Unlimited. They have screwed over everybody that doesn't have ESPN Unlimited.
Well, this was already a problem. So I've talked about how I can't watch the O'Reilly races because my YouTube TV subscription has, like, timed out. Because it's attached to home, I'm at school, blah, blah, blah. And unlike every other network that has their app, and you can sign in with a subscription and you can watch it as long as you have an active streaming subscription. So I can watch a hockey game on TNT. I can watch a race on Fox. I can watch something on NBC or CBS or anything like that. The CW has an app, but they do not let you watch the O'Reilly Series races on their app. And so if I'm somewhere like when I was up in Erie and I had TV access, but the Erie CW station chose not to show it, or if I'm here and I can't access YouTube TV, I have no way of legally watching the races. And people have been begging them to put the races on their app and maybe even offer a subscription thing or whatever. But the whole thing with the CW is it's supposed to be a free channel. So I don't know why they would necessarily lock it behind a subscription. But instead, they were like, hey, we'll solve your problem. They even posted about it, like talking about people begging for a streaming option. And said, let's solve your problem by locking it behind a $20 a month subscription on the ESPN app.
Good job.
And they're locking practice and qualifying behind the same paywall when that was previously free on the app, on the CW app.
Good job. Good job, CW. Great job.
What are they thinking?
I don't know. There's no draw to this. Like, why would you... ESPN doesn't even, like, stream any of the races. Why are you partnering with them? Like, they don't stream a single race. They don't stream trucks. They don't stream Cup. They don't... Why you...
Especially because it's ESPN Unlimited, which is separate from ESPN Plus. ESPN Unlimited is, like, the ESPN channel only subscription service, where, like, you pay so you can watch ESPN and ESPN2 and all of those channels.
Mm-hmm. Wait, isn't that not what ESPN Plus also includes?
No. They, like, this might be the combined version, but the idea with them creating ESPN Unlimited is that it's your way of paying, like, a la carte for ESPN channels, versus ESPN Plus unlocks all of the ESPN Plus, like, special content.
That's so stupid. That's so stupid. That is dumb. There's no point to this. Why would you do that? I guarantee you they're going to roll this shit back in like 2 months. When it doesn't see dividends. And there's going to be a lot of complaints. Like,
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way. There's no way this stands for like more than 2 months. The outrage is going to be pretty big, I feel like.
Well, I think the problem is it's just going to kill, like, whoever would have been interested in watching it just isn't going to watch it. Because it's the NASCAR B series, right? Like,
yeah.
It's just not going to help
B-series.
grow it at all.
It just also... But here's the thing. It is the best racing in NASCAR. Which is why this is even, like, dumber. Is like, the O'Reilly series is, like, the best racing in NASCAR. That's why do you think NASCAR is trying to make it an electric series? Because that ruins all the good racing.
An electric crossover series.
The electric crossover series would ruin all sense of the fun racing, which is why Cup isn't... Cup, actually, I'll give you some more information. In Talladega, I believe the Cup series was down in viewership from last year. I believe Gluck tweeted that out.
That wouldn't surprise me.
And the O'Reilly series was up in viewership from last year.
Also doesn't surprise me.
So...
NASCAR's audience has kind of consolidated where you have a lot less of a casual audience. So, like, the core racing fan audience that would watch, like, all three races is increasing. Mm-hmm. And the Truck Series and the O'Reilly Series are seeing higher, like, national appeal. But at the same time, the Cup Series... nobody cares unless you're already like a racing fan. And so it's not capturing any of the casual audience, especially when there are other things going on like playoffs in basketball and hockey and whatever else goes on at this time of year.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But you know what would get some new eyes on NASCAR?
The New Heights podcast featuring the Kelce brothers.
Hell yeah. Jason Kelce is a race-winning crew member in NASCAR. He was what, the gas guy, or like
he wasn't the gas man, but he was on the pit crew. He was like handing the second gas tank to the gas man. For the 17 car in the O'Reilly series this weekend.
Spoilers, the 17 won. That's pretty cool.
Jason Kelce's undefeated in the NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series.
Not undefeated in Super Bowls, but he is undefeated in NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series races.
That's what matters, really.
No, 100%. Why
Who
watch
needs a
football
Super Bowl when you could win the NASCAR B Series race?
Yeah. Dude, that's actually so fun, though. I did see him in the broadcast, and I was like, why is he there? What is he doing?
Because I saw stuff about him doing that beforehand, like talking about him like recording whatever, all of that. And then because again, I can't watch the O'Reilly Series races live, it hits me like an hour after the race, like, wait a minute, Corey Day won. You know what that means?
Yeah. Jason Kelce is the reason why Corey Day won his first ever race.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Can't argue that. Jason Kelce needs to be crew member every week for them, and he'll win every race.
Think about it. All of his previous races, was Jason Kelce on the crew?
No.
Did he win?
No.
This race, was Jason Kelce on the crew?
Yes.
Did he win?
Yes.
Sounds like causation to me.
100%. 100%. I think if Jason Kelce isn't on Corey Day's crew for the rest of his career, Corey Day's not winning another race.
I agree.
It's just facts now. It's just facts. Speaking of facts, well, what wasn't facts and what was instead a lie? There were commercials during the Fox Cup race.
Yeah.
Which was cited because the first stage was so long and there was no cautions. They couldn't go to full screen and instead had to go to full screen during green flags, which is what they said they weren't going to be doing because they had planned so many green flag commercials. They couldn't do them all in the start of the race.
So stupid. They came out and they announced at the beginning of the year that Fox would be doing like split screen only, no full screen commercials during green flag running. We applauded them for that. Everyone applauded them for that. Everyone was happy about it. It's April, and they already went back on it.
Yeah, we're 2 months later, and they've already screwed it.
Unbelievable,
dude! Absolutely nuts. Stupendous from them, actually. What a betrayal!
Like, at least give people time to forget that you said that.
We should have had Talladega later in the year.
No, but like, what are they doing?
It's diabolical. We should be expecting this. It's Fox.
And it's a problem that we should be expecting it because Fox just is bad at covering NASCAR. But like,
yeah,
what are they doing?
Listen, I will apply. Fox, listen here. Come closer. Have an internship where you cut.
Back up. Your mic is set up so that the capture pattern wasn't picking you up very well.
Here's what you're gonna do, NASCAR, Fox. You're gonna have an internship for NASCAR. I will sign up for said internship, and you will give me said internship, and I will give you 10 times the dividends of what you're seeing right now. That's it.
Every single U.S. citizen will be watching the NASCAR Cup Series race once Alex takes over the Fox broadcast.
Every single person in the world. I don't care if they're
going
1 year
global.
old. I don't care if they're 1 year old. If they're in like Russia, where like it's definitely not possible to watch NASCAR, you will see increased viewership from every country in the goddamn world, including Antarctica.
Alex's Fox broadcast will be doing numbers in Kazakhstan.
100%. I know people.
Although, speaking, I did meet a Kazakhstani person the other day.
How
which was very interesting.
Was it?
He was very nice. We're still learning English.
I've never. Oh.
He had like moved here not that long ago, but I was like, dang, never realized that ever in my life that I met someone from Kazakhstan.
I don't think I've met anyone from Kazakhstan.
Yeah. Crazy
that
stuff.
needs to change. That'll change soon. I'll make sure of it.
That'll change when you take over the Fox broadcast.
Exactly. let's go to our race recaps. Carson Hocevar won his first ever Cup Series race. Let's get a round of applause. We need a round of applause, Jack. Round of applause.
Sorry, my applause wasn't round enough.
Yep. No, yours was very like that. We need more rounds.
Yeah, my bad.
Carson won a race. His first ever. RFK fell short again. This time it was Busher, who came so close but so far. Bubba caused the big one.
No,
not
he
his
didn't.
fault. Well, he did.
He just did not.
But it wasn't his fault.
He didn't cause it though. He was at the front of the field. Yes, he was turned. He did not cause it. It started 3 cars behind him.
Technically, he caused it.
No,
if you look, Jack, if you go to the race recap, who are you gonna say caused the wreck?
Okay. So for this one, when anyone talks about it, they'll talk about it as a racing incident, unless they're like Clint Boyer in the booth. This is not the type of wreck that gets attributed to the leader because it's Talladega. And if you're actually looking to attribute fault, it's 3 cars back in the middle row.
Who is it?
Whoever was 3 cars back in the middle row.
All right, whoever's 3 cars back in the middle row, your mother's... no, I'm just kidding.
No, but that's the thing. It's Talladega. This stuff happens. He didn't throw a bad block. He didn't do anything wrong in the lead.
This is
where,
true.
He did nothing to cause the wreck. And so unless you're Clint Boyer in the booth... where are you putting that, by the way?
What?
It's whenever you're picking stuff up or putting it down, it's going dong.
Oh, my mic is attached to my desk.
Okay. It's like a gong in my ears.
I'll put it in between my legs now. My water bottle's in between my legs, so now you won't hear the gong. But yeah, so Bubba got wrecked. Fans again became racist when he showed a little bit of personality during the post-crash interview. Did you see any of this? Because I did.
But also that's going to happen anytime he's involved in anything. This
is true. So pretty much people who don't know, Bubba Wallace had to rewatch the wreck about 15 separate times from 30 different angles. And he made a joke like, hey, she's like, Bubba, what do you think of this? He's like, damn, you guys took so long. I'm like, I don't even know what's going on. He got something like that. We're like, he made a joke to the reporter. And the reporter laughs with him. They're both laughing. It's a good moment. And fans, the racists, were like, oh, Bubba Wallace, I know what type of person he is now. You don't disrespect the reporter. And talking all this shit. And it's like, guys, it was a joke. They both laughed. It was funny. Since
have
some humor.
Have they cared about the reporters?
They don't.
When? The whole, you think they cared about the reporters when the Let's Go Brandon thing was a thing? No. There are so many moments, even in recent NASCAR history, where they don't give a hoot about the reporter in the situation.
Figgity fudge.
Or actively, are anti the reporter's involvement in any situation. But God forbid, make a joke that the reporter's in on.
I don't get it. Where are these fans coming from? Why are these fans so racist?
Well, they're coming from Facebook mostly. And I think the answer might have to do with Facebook.
Facebook just breeds racism.
I think it's really easy to get yourself in an echo chamber on there. I think it's really easy to join a couple
100%.
Groups saying the most insane stuff you've ever seen in your life and believe it.
Well, also Facebook is also where all the the lies about Bubba have come from.
Yeah, because it's all these groups that someone will post a fake thing and everyone internalizes it as fact, and it's just a combination of the audience of the platform and the groups that they're in, and it just does that.
Yeah, it's fucked. Oh my god. I don't like it. I like Bubba. I stand with Bubba. I'll always stand with Bubba, even if he does something wrong. As long as it's not completely horrendous, I'll stand with him. Bubba does nothing wrong. Bubba can do no wrong. Bubba is Bubba. First Reddick dud.
Oh no! How far did he fall?
P14 First Reddick done.
No.
He's out of the top 10. He's out of the top 10.
Oh my God! What are we gonna do?
He's washed.
All the way down to 14th. Oh my God!
He is so incredibly washed. No, I'm just kidding.
The sky is falling.
There was 8 DNFs, and Carson Hocevar's celebration is not getting banned.
Yes. Oh my God, we didn't cover that. I honestly think that if they didn't just have the leadership transition, it would be. But with and we didn't cover that actually.
Don't get me wrong. If the France family were still in charge, that celebration would have been banned the second he got out of the car.
Well, and I don't even think that O'Donnell will not ban something like that in a similar situation in the future. But I think the fact that he just took over, this was the perfect opportunity for him to be like, hey fans, I'm cool. And do something like that. Where, like, if this was a year down the road, I'm not even convinced he makes the same decision. Because I think there is an argument to make that it's a safety issue. You saw him crash into the thing while he was, like, hanging out the window.
Yeah, I think that was intentional, though, was it not?
No, it was, but there was some, like, whiplash there where, like, you could see why it's a safety issue for any number of reasons. Whether it was, like, kind of the near miss on the inside wall, whether it was that contact, whether anything else.
Fair.
But sick as hell.
It was so sick. Carson's celebration was sick. Also, Steve O'Donnell, now NASCAR CEO, Jim France stepped down.
Yeah. I can't believe we forgot to mention that. Big change. Goodbye, France.
Big round of applause. Thank you, Jim France, for your... No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Be careful what you say. I wouldn't thank him for anything, but I certainly wouldn't criticize him.
I'm just kidding. Thank you for getting rid of the playoffs.
Strike back with a vengeance.
Thank you for getting rid of the playoffs, I guess.
Did he have anything to do with that? I guess.
I don't know. He's
he
CEO.
Can't
he had
yeah.
to. He had to have been. He had to. It was he's the CEO. He was the CEO. He had to. But yeah, and then for the O'Reilly Series, Corey Day won his first O'Reilly Series race. I knew it was coming. Just saying. I didn't guess him this week, but I've guessed him before in recent weeks. So I just knew it was coming at some point.
Yeah, I mean, we've talked about him since last year even, of like, this guy's really talented. He's new to the whole asphalt thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you could see the speeds there. You just got to figure out how to drive the cars. It's a matter of time.
Also, can we talk about his improvement from the start of the year? Like, please, let's talk about his improvement.
He hasn't gotten faster per se. He just is a little more aware of what he's doing.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the speed. I'm talking about he isn't like full on kamikazing other drivers off the grid.
But he wasn't kamikazing last year. That was kind of just a thing at the start of this year.
To be fair, that is true. But he was like the first 3 races, he was very much a kamikaze jet.
Yeah.
He was. Remember what he did to Zilich in Coda? I remember. I remember. Brent Cruz P2, Jack. You didn't get him, but
he wins.
Only a matter of time. Jack's backed him multiple times this year. Sheldon Creed P3, always somehow falling short. It's so sad. He deserves more wins. He has so many second and third places. So many. And so many by close margin, too. Rip Jesse Love's time at the front. He got left out to dry. I was surprised they did that to him. I was actually so happy when they did. Not because I don't like Jesse Love, but just because I'm not the biggest fan of RCR. And I'm sick and tired of them winning on the super speedways, and I wanted somebody else to win for once. And so...
so who better than Hendrick?
So better than Hendrick. So I obviously was a little happy when he got split. But obviously he had a good race, finished P7. Retzlaff deserves better equipment. He is... Again, we say this every week. He's carrying this Beard Motorsports car into the top 10.
Well, this is Viking.
Or Viking, sorry. He's
Yeah.
carrying Viking Motorsports in the top 10 damn near every week. I think
And
he's not been in
currently
the top
10th
10
in the
like
points.
yeah, like he is doing really well. So that's very fun to see. Austin Hill had a dud of a race. I picked him.
A
And
dud. Where'd he finish?
P13.
Yeah.
It's a dud at a super speedway.
For him specifically.
For him specifically, it's a dud at a super speedway for him.
It's the same thing as Reddick of like, oh, P14 horror.
Yeah. Still did fine, but, you know. And then Natalie Decker did not drive well. Finished P33 out of 38 total drivers. But at this point in her career, that's pretty much expected.
Yeah, it's par for the course.
Especially since she's racing at a series higher than she was for the majority of her career.
And in a terrible car. She's in one of the, like...
Is she?
It's like the Joey Gase or like Gase Emmerling or whatever car.
Oh, yeah, that's not a good car. Yeah. There's no truck race. I had Blaney and Hill. They both lost. Jack, who did you have?
I had Wallace and Alfredo, and you're not going to believe this, but they both lost.
Yep. Texas predictions, I got Larson for the Cup. I got Zilich for the O'Reilly, and I got Hocevar for the trucks.
Yeah, I got Cup guys all around there. I got Reddick because he actually, among active Cup drivers, has the highest career average finish at Texas. And obviously has been on a tear to start this year. Austin Hill in the O'Reilly series for basically the same reason, but also we've been going back and forth on picking him, and it seems like he can't win as long as we pick him to win. So let's keep that train going. And then Kyle Busch and the trucks, because if he's there, I feel like I can't not pick him.
It's Kyle frickin' Busch.
Yeah.
Kiana. IMSA stories, WEC. Not WEC, IMSA. Jesus. Porsche will have a fire livery for their HyperCar at Laguna Seca this weekend. Here's a photo of it up on the screen. It's a beautiful one. It's so beautiful. It's an Apple computer livery.
Like vintage Apple style.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. I love it. And then the DXDT IMSA GDT team is withdrew from Laguna Seca this weekend after fire damaged its transporter, so they're not able to make it out to the race in time.
That's tough. That sucks for them.
It is. Yeah. No recap. There was not a race.
I will put it out there that
no, there wasn't.
That DXDT team was the team where they had the first pole sitter, the Robert Wickens, who is recovering from a brutal crash and who is partially paralyzed, was on pole in the GTD category at Long Beach, which I don't remember if we covered because last time around it was a pretty sad episode, especially towards the end.
Yeah.
But this is that team, so making headlines for good reasons and now for less than good reasons, which is really a shame.
For less than good reasons. WEC, nothing. There was like some minor things, but just nothing to worry about. MotoGP bans wildcard drivers. So in the past, pretty much for the past while, IndyCar's allowed wildcard drivers for manufacturers. Most of them are test drivers who are retired full-time MotoGP riders, and it was mostly used to drivers to hopefully get another full-time seat at some point, or just straight-up retired drivers who are just test drivers, but to get back out there. But that is banned as of 2027, so that's interesting. And Aprilla rolled out their 850cc 2027 bike, although it rained out for a bit, so they weren't able to test it immediately, but they finally got it testing in the rain when the track was wet. Did pretty good. There were some videos, there were some photos. And there was the Spain GP this weekend, but I was very busy, so I couldn't watch it. I'm assuming Jack did not either. But You bet your ass next race I will have the time because I won't be doing schoolwork. This is my last week of classes. Next week is my last is finals week, but I only have one final due on Friday. So there's that. And yeah. So that's fun for me. I'm almost done with the semester. IndyCar Driver Spotlight, there's none. F1 Academy Spotlight, there's none. And this week in racing, we have some decent amount of races. We have the Truck Series race Friday, May 1st at Texas at 8 p.m. Eastern. You have the F2 Sprint race on Saturday, May 2nd at the Miami GP at 10 a.m. Eastern. And then you have the F1 Sprint race at the Miami Grand Prix same day at 12 p.m. Eastern. Also on Saturday, you have the O'Reilly Series race at Texas at 4 p.m. Eastern. And then Sunday, you have four main races. You have F2 at Miami at 12:30 a.m. Eastern. The Cup Series race at Texas at 3:30 p.m. Eastern. And then the F1 main race at Miami at 4 p.m. Eastern. And IMSA at Laguna Seca at 4 p.m. Eastern. So there are literally 3 races around the same time. I'm going to somehow find a way to triple screen my goddamn computer on my monitor because I'm not missing a single ounce of those races.
Yeah, get your multi-view ready. I guess it's good timing that YouTube TV just introduced fully customizable multi-view.
That's so nice. We don't have that on Hulu.
Yeah.
So I'll be pulling up 3 Hulu streams if possible.
I will probably have to multi-device it in some fashion because I'm gonna have to be on each of the different websites.
Oh, you're right.
Because I have Apple TV. I have everything I need to watch it.
I forgot it's okay. So I'm gonna have to So one screen's gonna be F1 TV. Half of the monitor is going to be F1 TV. Half of the monitor is going to be the Laguna Seca race. And the main monitor in the main computer screen is going to be the NASCAR race. That's how I think I'm going to have to run it. But the question is, how am I going to watch Laguna Seca? Oh, Peacock. No, I'll be good. I'm Gucci.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, that's it for today. Make sure to check out my articles, link in the description. Make sure to check out the Bibble cover, link also in the description. Follow me on social media. Follow Jack on social media, maybe. I don't know. I might have it linked. I never have your stuff linked because you don't use your Motorsports account, so I don't have your stuff linked.
I made it, and then it's been.
You made it and just have never. It's been 2 years, and you haven't.
Well, I think I made it right before I went to Iceland, right?
Yeah.
And then I forgot about it by the time I came back.
Yeah, it's been a year and you haven't posted on it, so we still need to figure out a way to feud on there. Maybe you just stitch all my videos and you just feud with me.
I can roast you endlessly.
I think you should.
I've got material.
I think you should. That would be pretty funny. Motorsports roaster, and you just roast me all the time.
I'll just create an account dedicated to being your number one hater. I only exist to just mock you. That's a good.
Because then I can curb off that, and I can stitch your videos and be like, "Yo, this guy's such a dick. What is wrong with him?" I think that'd be great, and we could stitch each other's video. We just I post one video, then you stitch it, then I stitch your video, then you stitch my video, then I stitch your video, then you stitch my video. It's just one big ass stitch. Anyway, that's for the pod. Jack, do you have any final thoughts?
No.
No. All right. Cool. Oh wait, I went to Stars on Ice.
Yes. Wait. Yes, twice, right?
Yeah, I went on Saturday and I went on this Tuesday. So this past Tuesday and last Saturday. And during the so Saturday I went with my sister. Super fun. We sat all the way in the back. Again, it was really fun. Really good. And then Tuesday I sat pretty much in the front. So here's my photo from Saturday, and now here's my photo from Tuesday. Those are where my two seats were from. I went to the early bird special, or whatever the hell you want to call it, like the early pass for Tuesday. I might as well. And so I paid for that and got Q&A with Danny O'Shea and Ellie Cam. Got to watch their practice beforehand. And then I got to hand, so I wrote an article about figure skating about the Boston show on Saturday that came out Tuesday. Grabbed a bunch of the articles, ripped them apart, and like made sure that my article was the only one in my pile. Got like 10 of them, and then handed them to Danny O'Shea, being like, "Hey, this is the article I wrote about your tour show in Boston. Here you go. Maybe like pass him out. I don't know. I don't know if he actually read it or if he just threw it out. I don't really care either way." Cool. And I also got this.
Ooh.
From the show.
Nice.
Signed by everybody. I believe that is Danny O'Shea's signature. There's Danny O'Shea there. And then that is Ellie Cam. And that's her signature. But it's signed by the entire cast. Like Alyssa signed it. Amber signed it. Isabel signed it. Ilya signed it. Jason Brown signed it. Torgoshov signed it. Madison Chuck and Evan Bates signed it. Christina signed it. Oh, fuck. What's the other guy's name? That's this guy. I forget his name. But he's her partner for pairs. So they signed it. Super sick event. Yeah, I don't know. I had fun.
Awesome.
And that's the pod. See you guys.